Friends, today we're making a bright, bold zuppa a freddo. All the veggies go straight into the pot, raw, fresh, full of flavor. A touch of passata, a sprinkle of Vegeta, and the broth comes alive. Then we drop in the Fregola. 15 minutes and boom, you got a brothy, cozy bowl that warms the whole kitchen. If you enjoyed this moment, follow me to the end because the next chapter of our story is waiting, and trust me, you don't want to miss it. Ingredients: 4 zucchini. I use tiny potatoes, but you can use also regular potatoes, and also 2 sweet potatoes. 4 onions, 2 garlic cloves, and a bunch of parsley. A jar of passata and Vegeta. No olive oil in the pot. We're not making a sofrito. We drizzle it only when serving. Cut the sweet potato, zucchini, and potatoes all the same size, with the onion just a little bit smaller so everything settles softly into the pot. You can see there is no olive oil in the pot. We're not making a sofrito. Now I add all the vegetables into the pot, and this is why it's called zuppa fredda. This recipe is so simple, no fuss at all. Just put everything in and let it cook away. Add enough water to cover all the vegetables. Now pour in the passata and fold it through the vegetables until everything comes together like a quiet, warm harmony in a pot. Add 1 tablespoon of Vegeta, a simple seasoning much like a bouillon, to deepen the flavor as everything begins to warm. Let it simmer on medium-high until vegetables are tender. Once the vegetables are tender, we add the fregola. You want to know what fregola is? It's a tiny Sardinian pasta, little toasted pearls of semolina with a warm, nutty flavor, perfect for slipping into soups where they hold their shape and gently soak up the broth. The fregola cooks for about 10 to 12 minutes, slowly swelling as it drinks in the broth. Once the fregola is ready, we scattered in fresh Italian parsley, letting its bright green lift the whole pot. This simple, honest soup carries colors that deserve to be celebrated. So we give her a beautiful home, a tureen that lifts her to the center of the table, where the golden broth, tender vegetables, and tiny pearls of fregola rise together like a quiet, joyful painting. And now for the final touch, a drizzle of golden liquid to crown this meal. And before we end today, I want to share something that stays deep in my heart. We had just moved to Italy, and within 9 months, my father decided to return to Canada. He went ahead of us, leaving my mother with the words, "Who loves me, follows me." She stayed behind to sell our first home and all the beautiful new furniture she had chosen with love. Then she packed our life into 7 trunks, filled with everything she wanted to protect, everything she refused to leave behind, even the linens she had embroidered with her own hands. Not only was she packing all the little treasures that made Italy feel like home, she was packing courage. She was packing love. I didn't understand it then, but now I know she wasn't just following his words. She was carrying me forward with all the strength she had. We stepped off the ship into the noise of New York, and my father was already waiting, steady as ever. He led us to a crowded diner, the kind he trusted because people filled every seat. A kind woman guided us to a booth, and I looked around the room. Quietly, I asked him, "Papa, why is everyone here black?" He leaned close, his voice soft and protective. "Be careful what you say. Many of them speak Italian." The words didn't correct me. They simply opened something gentle inside me, a small reminder that people carry stories far beyond what a child can see. We returned to Ottawa by train, our 7 trunks packed with pieces of our old life, the quiet weight of everything we had carried across an ocean. When we arrived, the city felt both familiar and new, as if it was waiting to become home all over again. Soon after, I was enrolled at the French Catholic school, Saint-Gérard. I remember the navy blue and white shirt uniforms, the neat rows of desks, and the echo of children's voices drifting through the hallway like a kind of music. The school felt big to me then, almost solemn, with its routine and its quiet order. Today, the building no longer stands. Only the old stone arch remains, the one I used to walk through every morning. It rises alone now, a small reminder of the place where my new Canadian life began. Father worked hard, and in time he opened a small machine shop with 3 other immigrants, 1 Italian and 2 Hungarians. Men who shared the same determination to begin again. The days were long, the work demanding, but he carried it with pride. And even with all that effort, he still found time for what he loved most, fishing, his peaceful escape where the world slowed and he could breathe. Time moved on like a film drifting through a projector, each frame glowing softly as our life unfolded. In 1965, Father bought our first Canadian home, a lovely bungalow my mother adored. That same year, my sister arrived, and the air inside felt different, fuller, touched by the gentle chaos of a growing family. Then came 1971, the year my brother was born. The baby of the family, the long-awaited heir. The house seemed to settle into its fullness, as though every corner finally understood who we were meant to become within its walls. Let's jump to September 1972, a day when my world opened to endless possibilities. I stepped through the doors of École Secondaire Samuel de Champlain, the air shifting around me like the first scene of a new film, the hallways stretching forward with everything I had yet to discover. By 1976, the scene widens like a beloved stage glowing in its final tender light. I walk out with a diploma in my hands, and the spotlight feels warmer than ever, as if it knows this is the last time it will hold me in the innocence of youth. Behind me, laughter rises like a soft chorus. Discoveries shimmer like forgotten props, and friends and teachers gather in the velvet dark like an audience made of every heartbeat that carried me through those years. Their faces blur into a constellation of memory, bright, fragile, impossibly dear. I feel the ache of leaving them, of leaving who I was with them, as if the stage itself is whispering a quiet goodbye. Before the curtain falls in a hush of golden dust, I walk off the stage towards my next chapter, heart full of the memories that taught me how to stand in my own light. So, my friends, I'm ready to close off this recipe and bring down the curtain on this chapter of my life. If you've cooked beside me, felt these moments with me, and walked through every scene of my story, make sure to subscribe, like, comment, and share. And don't forget to follow me, because the next delicious recipe and the next chapter of my journey are already waiting in the wings, ready to rise into the light. Ciao, my friends.